Hey, hope you're good. Just Matt here. Just wanted to shoot you this little presentation as promised around giving you some more information around what the nutrition element of the program entails. Okay, and I'm going to flick you through that now. I'll try not to take up too much of your time, but I think it's important that we don't oversimplify some of the things that we're doing to help get the results that we are. But equally, we don't want to complicate it either. All right. So, firstly, for those of you who haven't, obviously some of you know me personally, but other people won't. Obviously, I've been coaching since I was 17. I'm now 33. I've run my own business for 12 and a bit years, okay, and been coaching individual clients all over the world for different things, right from trying to get back into exercise after having a child to world record attempts and national representation at international events as well. Okay, so right the way across the spectrum, yeah, helping people day in, day out, okay, with real lives, okay, parents, business owners, busy professionals, yeah, doesn't matter, everybody, we help, okay. We keep it simple, it's family friendly, and it gets results, and that's kind of where we're at. All right, I just want to show you, because some of you won't necessarily have seen them, but just a few of the results, typical results that we get. This lady here, okay, so 15 inches off the body, 9 pounds in 28 days, okay, body shape change in there, really recent result there. Yeah, this gentleman has lost over a stone, yeah, with us on his first 6-week program. This gentleman here, yeah, lost 5.5 inches off his waist in 28 days, okay. This lady here, 1 stone 7 inches off the waist, okay. This gentleman here, 10 inches off his waist, okay. This was started in January the 14th, 2020. This photo was taken on April the 27th or 28th, okay, 2020. 10 inches off the waist, 62 pounds lost. Yep, joint pain gone. Much more functional. Look at his posture, much better. This lady here, shortly after she'd had a child, okay, and 16 inches and a stone off in 21 days. Again, that was back in 2013, but again, just showing you that since then, obviously, we've been helping people as well. This gentleman here, another recent result, okay, 8 kilos, 6 weeks, but look at the difference there around the waist. That's life-changing. Okay, so as I said, I'm not going to dwell on that. We've got a whole success album on Facebook with over 100 and something photos of different people who we've helped, okay? So to help you, the 6-week challenge, okay, so the nutrition element, there's 2 things that we sort of pride ourselves on, and that's as a business, and it's results and experience, okay? So results and experience. People will come to us to get results, and they stay for the experience, okay, because we like to look after people and make them feel welcome, part of a group, part of a team, and it's just what we need, the social element, okay. So results-based challenge this, okay, so most people stay on with us more than 6 weeks, okay. We've got some members of our Blast Fitness camps who've been with us since the first day, so Blast Fitness camps themselves have been running for 10 years. So commitment and results, obviously they're directly correlated. So the results you've seen there, yep, people have obviously committed to the program that we put in place for them. I'm going to give you a time-efficient description of the program so you can have a little, bit of an insight into what we do. 1,200 to 1,300 people have been through this program worldwide. Okay, I'm a little bit OCD about this stuff, so please bear with me. I will probably get quite excited about some of the things that you don't think are that exciting. There's 3 core principles to our plans all of our plans underpinned by 3 things. Obviously, you've got your exercise, your nutrition, and then the coaching and the accountability part of it. Okay, and this is a powerful results-based program that we've put in place that you can carry on long after you finish. Okay, so let's talk about the exercise very quickly. So 3 to 5 sessions per week. Why? Because it gets the best results. The session times, flexibility are exactly the same as the trial week. Okay, so you can, if you get on live with us in the morning, then great. If you can't, then you can jump on at some point during the day. I think that when it comes to the exercise, obviously the program design is something I take very personally. It's like an art for me. Like I was never very good at art at school. So for me, designing programs, it's like that's what I love doing. Okay, so never mind the admin stuff. I love the love actually just designing programs and watching people go through it and get stronger and feel better and more confident. Okay, so the environment, obviously, normally we're in a group setting, face to face with some people, but equally we've been coaching people online now. So 90% of what we did was online anyway. Okay, so 10% was client facing. Okay, 90% of what we can do functionally for people is online. So equally that for us is great. So the environment within the groups, private Facebook groups that we use, okay, fantastic, supportive, there to answer questions. There's two primary goals from the exercise that we look at. So the idea is that we tone the muscle and we burn maximum amount of fat possible. Okay, so we're aiming to help people get lean and healthy. Okay, and that's what we want to do. All right. It doesn't matter how fit you are or whether you think you are right now. We just want you to do your best. Okay, so I don't mind whether in the 30 seconds, whether I do 10 press ups and you do 12 or whether you do 8, I don't really mind. Okay, all I mind is that we are all trying to do our best. Okay, so in terms of the nutrition, super easy and simple, and I'd like to spend some time going over that for you today because that's what I promised I'd do. And I want to reiterate that it's not a cabbage only diet, and hopefully you've seen that from some of just the sample recipes that I put together for you this week. It's probably just a slight variation on what you're already doing. And you'll get access to a members-only coaching site once you start the 6-week program. And we do it differently to most diet clubs because what we want to do is get you in the shape of your life, but also at the end of the day, my reputation is on the line. Okay, so I'm heavily invested in making sure that you get results. Okay, because this is what I do for a living. This is my passion. This is what I do every day. And I want to give you the tools that help you keep in shape. Okay, because what I don't want, and it frustrates me when I hear that people have gone to a diet club and they've gone for a weigh-in and they've put on a pound and they feel miserable and they go and then or they've lost 2 pounds and they go and celebrate, but they don't have any tools to understand like what they need to do. So there's no empowerment. Like when things fall off the rails, like lady said to me, I was told that I'd put on a pound, and I said, well, look, it's the time. It's the time of the month right now for me. Okay, she said, and the person turned around and said, well, that doesn't really matter, and it absolutely does. So we need to help people, educate people, and empower them to have a lot healthier relationship with food, with their understanding of what works, okay, and why it works. Okay, so principle based. All right. So let's have a little sneak look at the members site, and I want to just take you through it just so you can kind of see the background element to this, because obviously this is not something anybody really gets to look at unless they're on the program. So it teaches you everything you need to know, how to include treats and still get results. Okay, ultimately this is a coaching program, not just like a YouTube workout that anyone can pluck out. Okay, they've been there for years. People haven't used them. People haven't got results. Okay, this coaching program is where the results happen. All right, and our job, so me, Harry, Mike, our coaching team right now, okay, our job is to help you win. All right, so let's have a quick look at the coaching site. So here's the members group area, so you'll see people popping in their nutrition, and I feed back to them. Okay, let's go here and have a little look. So the introduction, okay, so you have a welcome video there. Okay, this welcome video, I just outline what the program is going to entail and what you need to do the next step. Okay, so it takes you through that. Yep, press play, follow it along. Progress tracking, we have a form, that gets filled out. All right, so it's a simple measurements video, that helps people to understand what measurements they need to do, week in. Then we ask you to fill that in on a Sunday. It takes 2 minutes. Nutrition manual, so we give you nutrition manuals. You've got our full nutrition manual there, our recipe booklet, and our vegetarian recipe booklet that I wrote. Okay, so all of that's in there. Okay, and I'm going to talk you through some of the principles in the nutrition manual shortly. Week 1, week 1 guide, fast results tips, mindset video, vegetarian protein guidance, and key videos for week 1. So the foam rolling, the warm up, and the stretches. So gives you a bit more background. Okay, so in here, if we just click on the week 1 guide, here's me talking about week 1, where to buy your protein powder. Boom, link in there for you. Fast results tips, again, me talking about top tips for you in week 1. The mindset video and overcoming obstacles. Okay, so this is like a little bit of mindset. Again, goal setting, one of the things that we do very early on in the program. Week 2, okay, part 1, me talking through calories, macronutrients, how to do, so week 2, part 2, MyFitnessPal, how to use that, how to calculate your calories. Okay, week 3. Yeah, healthy fats. Okay, results boosting supplements. Okay, if you need them. All right, midway motivation. Yeah, a little bit of a video because I know that at this point in time, this is where people began to struggle at some points. Okay, they hit different road bumps, but we projected that in week 1. Okay, so week 4, week 5, week 6, and then we've got the home workouts here as well. So additional exercises for when we are coaching live sessions face to face, and somebody missed a session because their alarm doesn't go off in time, or their partner doesn't get back from work in time to enable them to leave the house, etc. And then we've got some optional fitness testing there for those people who join our program who want to know if they got fitter. Okay, so that would be a really cool thing to do, wouldn't it? So there's an optional fitness test there for people to do, and it's largely sub-maximal. Okay, so it's all about aerobic and muscular endurance rather than there's no like weightlifting or anything like that. All right, so that just gives you a little insight into the members area and how we coach people through that. And obviously the Facebook group is there for me to check in with people and just see how they get on. The great thing about this is I can actually see what each member has read and on what they've done, so I can keep track, accountability. All right, back to the presentation. Okay. Alrighty, so that's the members area. Now I want to just take you through the 9 key habits that underpin how we're coaching people. Okay, in terms of their nutrition. So firstly, habit number 1 is eating slowly and stopping at 80% full. Okay, so what happens is, I'm not going to read this word for word, but you can have a look at this. People like rush their food. Yeah, I'm guilty of it, I'm sure. Unfortunately, it's not healthy for us to do that. It has a negative impact on your body, like in terms of the gut-brain relationship and that feeling of satiety, that feeling full. Okay, it's very difficult to switch it on when you're in a rush. Okay, so obviously this habit isn't so much about what you're eating; it's more about how you're eating it, like the environment. Are you sitting down with family? Are you rushing around in your car? Have you got your dashboard breakfast? Okay, yeah, on the dashboard on the way to work in the car. So whilst obviously I acknowledge that this habit is about that. Clearly, eating 100 grams of broccoli is better than eating 100 grams of Mars bar slowly. All right, but we have to kind of put this in perspective. The reason it's so important is it takes about 15 to 20 minutes for that satiety to kick in. All right, so habit number 1: eating slowly and 80% full, because that allows for the 20-minute delay. Eating protein with each meal, okay, massively important. This is one of the game changers for us, okay, in terms of results we're helping people get and shifting their understanding of what they're eating. Protein, if you don't know, is what's going to help you rebuild and repair your muscles after training, just life in general. Also, it's massively important for a lot of enzymes, okay, and cellular activity. One thing as well about protein is it takes about 30% of its actual total intake. So if you imagine if you ate 300 calories of protein, 100 of them, are going to go towards actually digesting the protein. Okay, fats actually only require about 2 to 3%, and carbohydrates about 15 to 20% of their total energy consumed to digest them. Habit number 3: eating vegetables with each meal. Okay, this is something that our grandparents and parents have been banging on to us forever about, and they were right. Okay, in addition to obviously the vitamins and minerals, there's full of like the phytonutrients, which obviously are absorbed through the sun. Okay, and they are massively important to our physiological function. They also help. The green ones also help with the alkaline load as well, because if we're eating too much acidic food, okay, then that will rob oxygen from our bloodstream, okay, and we'll feel lethargic. All right, we know that proteins and grains cause an acidic load in the body. Okay, so we can neutralize that somewhat with eating some greens, okay, and the vegetables as well, to maintain our pH level at a healthy level. Okay, like too much acid, like if you think about things like sugary drinks, sweets, liquid sugar, very, very high in acidity. Chronic use of that. So another thing like smoking, alcohol, those things cause high levels of acidity in the blood, okay, which will lead to a loss of bone strength and muscle mass, okay? And that's often why a lot of people get sick, yeah? High levels of acidity are a problem in terms of that's what viruses and bacteria thrive on, okay, is high levels of acidity. Habit number 4. So for fat loss, eat most of your carbohydrates after training, okay? Most, all right? Not all, but most. So if you're focused on fat loss as your target, like if you want to lose body fat, then I would be eating mainly starchy carbohydrates post-workout, okay, and then lay off them for the rest of the meal, just use vegetables instead. So you've got your fibrous and you've got your starchy carbohydrates, okay. I wouldn't get too like caught up in this, but equally, like if you want to like have a jacket potato, for me, if you're trying to lose body fat, the only time I would advise that to be eaten is after a good training session, all right. Because outside of that, the starchy carbohydrates you just don't need. Get the fibrous ones in from the vegetables, all right. But I said it's not too. I don't want you to get too stressed out about that. Okay, habit number 5. So eating healthy fats with most meals. Okay, so typically fats are kind of something that people will shy away from. Again, another problem with the popular diet culture and sort of media is like low fat, high carb problem, which I think we're all kind of hopefully past that now. Eating a good amount of healthy fats is very important to get you lean and strong. It helps with optimizing hormones, okay? And when we're trying to lose body fat, we're trying to optimize our hormone profile, okay? So things like olive oil, coconut oil, avocado, okay? Good fats in those, okay? Even though some of them are like saturated, okay? Good fats. For most people, about 30% of the calories should come from healthy fats, right? So animal fat, like if I have a steak, and I will have a steak probably once a week, I'll cut the fat off of the meat, yeah, and then I'll eat the meat. All right, so you don't need. That's not the sort of saturated fat you need. Okay, so the good quality fats, avocados, things like pumpkin seeds, sunflower seeds, olives, those sorts of things, really, really good fats. Okay, so although I said 30%, it can range between 20 and 40, and we've manipulated this with people. So when in the 6-week program in week 2, when we bespoke your nutrition, what we do is we help you to start with a basis, and then we start manipulating it a little bit to see if we can improve your results, okay? Habit number 6, ensure that you have at least 90% of your food coming from a single ingredient. So basically, if you look at your food, did it swim, run, grow, or fly? Okay, that's what we kind of think about single ingredient foods. Now, obviously, you can put things together, that make stuff like you could make a fish pie from things that are single ingredients and put them in, and then clearly that is not a single ingredient anymore, it's a recipe, all right? But the single ingredients are the things that make it up. Things like chili, omelets, curries, stews, soups, all of those sort of things are brilliant in terms of getting the quality nutrients in, all right? And as I said, we sort of adhere to like a 90-10 type rule. You'll hear me talk about that with clients on videos and stuff, like 90-10. So 10% of the time, then we can have a bit of fun. Yeah. Because what we're trying to do is help people build a strategy that works for life. And we've tried different strategies before, and this is the one that's working best. And we've been adopting this now for, at the time of recording this video, okay, for the last 2.5 years. This is the way I've decided that we're going to do things, and it's working really, really well. Not that it didn't work well before, but I think this now like takes all of what we learned before and puts it together, and then we just tweak it a little bit. Yep. So number 7, hydrate like you want to be healthy. Yeah, I think that's it. I mean, I've written it. It's the last habit. It's not quite the last habit. We've got a couple more. All right, I've got a bit carried away. So for most of us, like being well hydrated is not feeling thirsty. Okay, if you want to get in good shape, you cannot be dehydrated. So without boring you, at a cellular level, the equation that equals fat burning requires water. Okay, if you do not have water, that mechanism doesn't work. All right. If you want to drink alcohol during the 6 weeks, I'd strongly recommend you don't. Okay, and I'm not saying you couldn't drink it forever, but equally, because we've got to enjoy it. I'm sure some people enjoy a drink every now and again, as I do every now and again, like special occasions. But to be honest with you, like when you're trying to optimize your health and you're trying to improve your function of your liver and its ability to digest fats, okay, then alcohol has no place, and particularly when you're trying to be hydrated as well. Okay. Habit number 8. Plan and prepare your food, okay? So everybody has their own strategy here. Everyone's got their own circumstances at home. Like some of my clients have come up with some really good ideas in terms of what works for them individually. So this is like a little bit more open to adaptation. But I quite like just overcooking in the evening and eating the leftovers for lunch. That's certainly for me. I'm not one of those people who will batch cook at the weekend. Okay, that's just not me. One of my good friends, he'll do that. It doesn't have to be like that, okay, but it can be if that works for you, okay, if whatever, your lifestyle, but all my suggestion is plan and prepare your food, all right, so however you decide to do that, whatever method you use, but the principle is plan it, okay, And I'm a big fan of the bit at the bottom there in terms of eating leftovers. So habit number 9, okay, the last one I'm going to go through today. So like with your food prep, you don't have to be completely anal about this, okay? You don't have to track all of your calories, okay? So all your macronutrients, your proteins, carbs, and fats using a special app. Although we find it really useful initially just to help people give a deeper understanding of, okay, I didn't realise I was eating like 60% carbohydrates, okay? So there's no single one way that works best for everyone. Some people use a spreadsheet, some people use a notebook, others use a food diary, but equally, you should track it because then you can. One of the things I love, like one of the sayings I heard at a seminar once, is you can't manage what you don't measure. Okay, so if you like at the minute feel like you need to dial it in, that's the time to do it. Okay, so if you want to dial it in, then that's the time to do it. And I think food diaries are really cool for that. What worked really well for you, like I've worked with clients before who've had digestive problems, and we've like almost like worked backwards and tried to like reverse engineer what the problem was. Okay, so here's what you ate today. The next morning you woke up, you felt really poorly. Okay, blah, blah, blah. How were your energy levels at the end of this day? Okay, they weren't that good either. So what did we eat there? Oh, look what happened. We had strawberries at breakfast. Okay, let's take strawberries out next week and see what happens. Okay. Okay, strawberries were the problem. Wow, and that's a real example. Okay. Yeah, that's one of the ones we did. Okay, so they're the 9 habits. So the accountability and the coaching aspect. So ultimately, your results depend on this as a holistic approach. But my kind of pyramid of importance is like a coaching and accountability at the bottom. Yeah, nutrition, training. Okay, I think we sort of think the training is the bit that does everything. Okay, it's like essential because it's part of the whole thing. That's why people don't get strong when they go to diet clubs. Okay, they lose weight, but they might just become a smaller version of what they were already. They don't get stronger. Okay, this is why this all wraps into one nicely. Okay, so we'll like message our clients normally around sessions. We'll help them with the food, obviously private, secret Facebook groups. I've already mentioned that. Okay, and that's where the coaching, the accountability comes in. You've seen the members area. That's how we coach people through. So it's real people, real food. Yeah, it's definitely not MasterChef. I love some of the pictures that I see in the trial group. Find them very positive, like inspiring, motivating, because people go, "Oh, that's really good. Look at that. I could do that." Yeah. Or get ideas, and you'll hear people talk about that in our testimonial videos. So obviously we're fully committed to helping you get results. All we need is ultimately people like you who want to get results. So what I wanted to mention is obviously we've got the 6-week challenge. Now you will have seen some of the video, some of the pictures I showed you at the start, examples of people who've done 21-day, 4-week, 6-week, 8-week, 12-week challenges. Okay. Ultimately, this 6-week challenge is our most powerful challenge. It's what I've decided that we're going to go with, okay, because it works so well. Blended online and offline coaching normally, okay. We're able to replicate results because of that now, which is great. So my special offer to you, having sent you this video because you requested it, okay, if you commit before Friday night, I'm going to give you a discount code that knocks 33% off of our normal price, okay, and you go to the website, use the code down the bottom there, okay, and you can enter that in. It will be valid until Friday night, okay. After that, it's not valid, okay. This is the full program. Just to be like 100% clear with you, this is the full program. So it includes the online fitness coaching, the sessions that we record for you, okay. It includes the accountability, so obviously that's us as your coach supporting you through the private coaching group on Facebook, and also full access to the nutrition manuals, all the videos in that coaching program that you've seen, and the system that we've obviously got in place that helps people get results. All right. So if you have any particular personal questions, obviously I'm happy to answer those, but that is essentially the offering to you. 33% off. I do not discount. I'm only doing this because you specifically asked for help. Okay. And as you'll see, the normal price is $197 for the 6 weeks. So don't tell anybody else. Do not pass this code to anybody else. Okay, they will not be able to use it. It's exclusively for you guys up until Friday night. Okay, have a great day, and if there's anything I can help you with, let me know. Okay, take care.